90% of addicts who complete residential treatment relapse in the first year. Coming up, we'll talk about how living sober can help them stay sober.
Bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Hi everyone, I'm Alexis Cairo. Our guest today is Leah Steele Barnett, who's the Executive Director of Project Recovery. Welcome, nice to have you here.
Thank you, nice to be here.
Project Recovery is not a residential treatment facility. In fact, you see people who have gone through that process or program and they've relapsed. So you really are a residential facility, is that right?
Yes, we're sober living, so we are a second step after somebody has completed residential treatment.
Okay, okay. And you and your mother, who is a social worker, you started this program in 2008, and you must have recognized there was a gap somewhere in the community for this population. How did you identify that gap?
Well, my mom's worked in the field for about 30 years, and she's worked in all avenues of substance abuse treatment. And the one thing that we really saw missing was what was happening after people were leaving residential treatment. They were returning home to their environments where all of their triggers and stressors were, and all of the things that led them to use substances in the first place. And they didn't have a lot of accountability. And so we were expecting them to take all those wonderful tools that they learned in residential treatment and then just apply them. Which is a very difficult thing to do. And
obviously with a 90% relapse rate, it wasn't working. So tell me about what is sober living? What does that mean?
So sober living is, we're a residential facility where people come and live after they've completed some form of treatment. They're able to get jobs or go back to school, become contributing members of society again. But a lot of what we're doing there really is teaching life skills. So taking people and really helping them learn how to start contributing to society again, how to become moms and dads again. Addiction generally has crippled people once they've gotten to this stage of their life and they're not really able to function like you and I function in today's society. So we're trying to give them the skills and help them implement the tools that they learned in residential treatment out in the world, but then have a safe place to come back to at night and somewhere where they can be accountable.
And you have a facility for men and one for women, right?
Yes.
And tell me about the length of time usually. How long do your clients usually stay in the facilities?
Average length of stay in our men's house is 6 months, and it's 9 months in our women's house.
And we were talking earlier, and you said that women sometimes, by the time they come to you, they've been in this situation of addiction relapse longer. Is that right?
Generally, women, it takes longer for them to seek treatment, and by the time they seek treatment, they need more treatment. So generally, we see our women staying longer than our men.
Do you use volunteers at Project Recovery?
We do.
And how do you use your volunteers?
All different ways. One of the things that's really important and vital for us is that our clients get out and start experiencing life. So we have volunteers that take them on activities. We have volunteers that get them down to vocational rehab. There's lots of volunteer opportunities, but mostly it's just getting our clients re-engaged in life.
Okay. And if you could give us sort of one thing about what's the most important component to remaining sober, what would that be?
A sober social support system. So having a support system that is different than the one that you had before. So creating a fellowship of people that have common goals, that are working towards staying sober, and creating new friendships within that group.
And that's what you do?
Yep.
That's great. Well, Leah, are you looking at maybe opening another facility at some point, or?
I think our next venture will be a trauma facility for women.
Okay, great. Leah, thank you. Thanks for telling us about this great program. Our guest today has been Leah Steele Barnett, who's Executive Director of Project Recovery. I'm Alexis Cairo, and this is Comcast Newsmakers.